Imagine a world where the thunderous roars of war suddenly fall silent, where, in the midst of chaos, a temporary peace descends. This is the power of a ceasefire. A concept as old as conflict itself, ceasefires have been used as a tool of diplomacy and strategy since the inception of warfare. Tracing back to the ancient times, ceasefires were utilized in a variety of cultures. From the Greeks who paused battles during the Olympic Games to the Celts who stopped fighting on holy days, the roots of ceasefires are deeply woven into our shared human history. Over the centuries, ceasefires have evolved, becoming more than just pauses in warfare. They've transformed into diplomatic tools, used to facilitate negotiations, allow for humanitarian aid, or even to mark the end of a conflict. The turning point in the evolution of ceasefires came in the 20th century with the rise of international law. The Geneva Conventions of the mid-20th century codified the concept of ceasefires, establishing guidelines and rules for their implementation. These conventions, agreed upon by nations across the globe, provided a legal framework for ceasefires, turning them from unenforceable agreements into binding contracts under international law. Today, ceasefires are a vital part of international law. They're used in conflicts worldwide, from the Middle East to Africa to Asia and beyond. When a ceasefire is declared, it's not just a pause in fighting, it's a legally binding agreement that carries the weight of international law. But ceasefires are not perfect. They are often violated, and enforcement can be challenging. Yet, despite these hurdles, the importance of ceasefires in international law cannot be overstated. They provide a glimmer of hope in the darkest times, a chance to step back from the brink of destruction and find a path towards peace. In summary, ceasefires have journeyed from the ancient battlefields of Greece to the modern halls of the United Nations. They have transformed from simple pauses in fighting to complex and legally binding agreements under international law. Despite their challenges, ceasefires remain a vital tool in the quest for global peace. So next time you hear about a ceasefire in the news, remember its long and storied history. Consider the weight it carries and the hope it brings, and most importantly, consider the crucial role it plays in the pursuit of peace in our increasingly interconnected world. If you found this topic intriguing, explore more fascinating aspects of war and its technologies in our other videos. What are your thoughts on the role of ceasefires in international law? We'd love to hear your perspective.